Hi guys, it's Rachelle from Monroe Lane Furniture again, and today what is it today? Humid, muggy Sydney, yeah. No blue skies, just clouds and heat. Today we're hitting the TV unit, which matches the coffee table that I did yesterday. Same piece of furniture, pretty much, same wood, same stain. So this is a customer's piece, and they were so lovely to already take out the glass for me before I picked it up. I love them for that. Sometimes it's easy to take out, sometimes not so much, but anyway, I'm happy as hell. They've already replaced the hardware too, so this is the new hardware. So I just need to take that off. Now, the first thing I notice, this one's not too bad. I think I've got enough room there for paint. This one's snug. So if I painted on that straight away, we're going to have issues with opening and closing. So before I even start, I'm going to sand down that top. Let's have a look at the bottom. Bottom's fine. It's really just this edge here that I'm going to sand down just to make my life easier, because it's so frustrating when you get to the end and the doors won't shut. Right, so DVD drawers are at the end. I've already taken those out. So if you struggle to get them out, they've just got these clips on them, some of them. One goes up, one goes down. Hold them, pull them out, and they're good. So, as with the coffee table, this is solid wood. The coffee table was a bit of a hard sand. Not long, it took me about 15 minutes. But there's a lot of build up on this of varnish and polish over the years. So, the coffee table took 9 or 10 sand pads. So I'm expecting this one to take a few too. So let's get stuck in. Let's get this sandpaper out. Let's get going. Right, let's see how we go with this one. I'm using 100 grit on this one. Learning from the coffee table. The coffee table took longer with the 120, so we're going to give the 100 a shot this time. Fingers crossed it doesn't take long, but I've got a stash. I'm ready for it. Right, this was much better than the coffee table in terms of how many pads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The coffee table took 9 or 10. Probably because, well, firstly I used 100 grit instead of 120, but probably because the coffee table would have been washed more often, cleaned more often, probably more polish on it, I would imagine. So it's just harder to get off. So I'm happy with that. We've got the same variables in when it comes to the stain, the wood. I'll show you. And we've also got, which again is really common, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see, I'll try and get you in closer. Little splits and it's been filled prior to staining previously, and that's quite common. Just run with it. Don't do anything about it. It is what it is. My philosophy always is I'm not trying to make a piece look like it's brand new, and certainly when it comes to wood, you got to work with what you got. You know, you can't turn it into something that it isn't. So work with what you got, make it look beautiful. Don't try and make it look perfect. So, oh, I'll tell you what, actually now I'm going to, hang on, sand this door. So for this I'm just going to leave the door on so I can see how much needs to come off. and then I'll take the doors off. Right, as this has got the magnet clip here, and it's right on the top, sanding it, I can't get down any further, so I'm going to have to take that off and sand it and just move it down ever so slightly. Obviously you still need it to align with the magnet over there, but I need to move it down ever so slightly just so I can sand it. And it's easier to do these things whilst the door is in situ. Just makes your life easier later on down the track. Right, here's the hinges. Like I said, they've got lots of varnish on them, very orange, and these are what I'm going to try and match it up to. I said brushed bronze, they're more of a brushed, like a nickel, I guess. So I've got this rub and buff, I got this from Capriole Shabby Chic. I'm going to use my regular tool, my finger. These have had a little scrub up. Harp is all very clingy. Look, and you harps. Oh, I know. Got a sore bum, haven't you? I know. You're going to help. Okay, you can help if you want. Yeah. You want to help? You want to help? Right, see what we got here. Well, that's a good start right there. I think I'm going to do all right with this. So I'm just going to rub it on. So it's called rub and buff for a reason. You can rub it on. Apparently it's self-sealing. Look, I'm rubbing more on my hands than I am on that then. And it sets, and then when it's dry you can come and buff it up. I don't want to buff it up, I'm not looking to get it all buffed up. I suppose you could use a brush or a cloth too, but that's a bit boring, eh? So this is giving me what I want. What I don't want, because I've done it in the past and I've ended up having to paint over the hinges, is you've got these, you know, if you overlook the hinges and they're this really orangey gold, they really stand out when you put a dark colour on, really badly, especially when you've got new hardware. So this makes a big difference. I don't know if I'm going to buff it up when I come back, we'll see when I put them on, but I doubt it. I'm looking for something to go with that, and that's doing its job. This is the part really that really needs to change colour, the edge, because that's all that you see from the outside. So that's really what I'm bothered about. My anxiety is pretty high today, guys. I'm a bit breathless. It's quite good for those of you that haven't joined the Facebook group, Model Lane Furniture Friends. I really recommend it. There's such a lovely group in there, and everyone's quite open about their issues. And sadly, there's lots of us with anxiety, but the painting helps us heaps. So people tell me I should relax more. This relaxes me. If I try and just sit inside and watch TV, oh, my anxiety just goes through the roof. I've got to be busy. I've got to do something. I don't know about others, but with mine, I also get intrusive thoughts. So I don't know. I didn't even know there was a word for it. I just thought I was a bit of a nutter for quite a while. But intrusive thoughts are real. You just got to learn to laugh them off. They don't mean anything. They're just horrible thoughts that you give power to when you squeeze the lemon in your tummy that is called anxiety, and then because they got power they keep coming back. Anyway, I won't go on about it, but I just wanted to highlight really that I think that's so nice that everyone in that group opened up so much about those issues and how much this helps them. Anxiety is a big thing in our family, both myself, I probably had it from childhood. I didn't know it, didn't have a name for it then. My daughter definitely had it from childhood, and as you know, then it morphed into anorexia. She's doing okay, but you know, if you ever want to talk about it, you know, you can talk to me, or you can come over into that group and have a chat. There's lots of us that understand. Nothing to be ashamed of. It's quite a compliment. Those of us with anxiety are creative, generally pretty funny, educated, knowledgeable, really, really keen to learn and educate ourselves constantly. It's exhausting, but certainly nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not ashamed of it. I tell people whenever they want to know, or even if they don't want to know. It's part of me. It isn't me, it's just part of my makeup, my genetic makeup. Look at this, I've got it everywhere. Definitely not ashamed. Definitely would recommend this, or any arty thing actually, to anyone who's struggling a little bit, whether it's anxiety, depression, PTSD, OCD, intrusive thoughts, which is all part of the OCD side of things. Give this a go. Keep your mind active. Don't listen to those horrible thoughts in your head. They don't mean anything. They just suck shit. Just ignore them. Laugh. That's what I used to do. I used to literally laugh and say, come at me. That does sound a little bit nuts, doesn't it? Maybe I am nuts. Oh, who cares? Right, I'm actually going to get a brush on these, one of those little sleek brushes, and I'm going to get into those grooves because I can't get in them on my fingers. I've got more on my fingers than anyway. Anyway, that's worked pretty well. I'm quite happy with that. So that's going to tone it right down. Just waiting for this to dry and then I can start painting. Oh. Here's a prime example of when a customer believes they've got a solid wood piece of furniture. You can kind of tell this is veneer because it's got a bit of a stipply feel to it. But here's a big chunk taken out, and you can see that that's veneer. So this customer paid a lot of money for this many years ago, believing that it was solid wood. The top is, the doors are, the body isn't. So what I'm going to do now is just fill it with Dixie Belle Mud Brown. I'm just going to scoop it with my finger a second. And then I'll just give that a little sand afterwards. Like I say, I'm not trying to make it perfect, but I'll just be able to smooth that out, make it look a little bit nicer. So yeah, veneer, baby. Little reminder for me to refer back to when I'm putting the doors back on, so I know how they're fitted. Honestly, it seems so simple, but this can tie you up in knots. And because these are quite orange, the stain has gone over them, you can see. I don't know whether it's been restained in its lifetime, but it's a very orange stain over top of it. So what I'm going to do is give them a scrub, and then I'm going to use some Rub and Buff on them just to try and tone them down a little bit. The draw pulls that the customers bought are like a brushed bronze, so I might add some pewter to it or something to try and tone them down. Have a play anyway. Right, she's been sanded on the top, side sanded with the Azito, body has been scuff sanded with the sleek brushes, sandpaper on a roll. I've cleaned her with White Lightning, rinsed her off. Now I'm waiting for her to dry. There's the area that I filled, looking good now. Oh, doors are off as well. Hinges in there. I'm going to get the Rub and Buff off out now and have a look at those, and then we can start painting. Painting time. Right, as with the coffee table, this is to match, same customer. I'm using Purico lead, which is a navy / charcoal. Definitely got blue in it. Really beautiful finish. Always stir it as you go in, not just right at the start, as you go into. Otherwise you can get streaks, which I've done in the past. In the last video I chopped off my sleek 38mm brush to use in the shelves, and I'm just going to carry on using it here. I actually quite like using the short brushes, so you don't need to pay a fortune for them. Just cut these suckers off. And the coffee table took 2.5 coats. Needed to do a touch up, but pretty much full coverage with 2 coats. But I'll go 2.5. I'll call it out. So, what's my phone going off? Right, I'll I'll just get on with this. I think it won't take long. I'm not going to do the insides of the cupboards. I've got the open shelves and I'll do those. Oh, look at Bailey. She just finds something to lie on. New Bales. You're such a cute girl. Anything I lie on the floor, she just lands on it. Yeah, so I'm not going to do the inside of the cupboards. I'll do the open shelves. But yeah, that's it in terms of the body. I love using this little short brush. So easy. So easy. Got a few stock sleek brushes now, which is really good. Really nice to see. Right, I'll get on with this. I'll be back. Right, 2 coats of paint on. I need to do a touch up as well. So like I said, 2.5 coats. What else have I done? Painted the doors. You're pretty much good to go. So what have I got on there? That's at 120. Right, I'm going to do my smooth sand now, which is the 240 grit. I know I show this on every flip, but not everyone watches every video, so I need to. So it's the Bosch GEX 125 AVE Professional 240 grit. So all I'm doing now is a smooth sand, ready to get the stain on. Right, let's get this stained. So I'm using the Purico leather with the, sorry if the lighting's really bad, with the Dixie Belle Gator Hide applicator that I always use. On top I will be putting Carts & Millie satin top coat. I'm not going to do it straight away because I need to put it up against the TV unit, the coffee table that's to match, so I get them the same. So for now I'm just going to finish it off with the stain, get some photos, and then I'll match them all up tomorrow. Just thought I'd quickly show you how much I've used. So this 600ml pot has got about 200ml left, maybe 250. And I've done the TV unit, which is close to 2 meters, and the coffee table, which is about 1.2 meters. So I could probably do another TV unit out of that. One pot. How good's that? There she is. She doesn't have glass on the fronts, obviously, so I just put those baskets in there. So the glasses, I'm not sure if it's stained glass or it's just lead light, but they're going to look lovely. I haven't painted the insides because with that glasses going on there, you're not going to see it. And I prefer to keep it original if I can inside because it gets scratched up. So there's probably some areas I need to touch up still, but this paint is just amazing. I absolutely love it. 200ml probably to do this. The stain, leather on the top. I haven't put the top coat on still. I'll do that tomorrow with the 2 pieces together. How much have I used? I've probably used, the pot I've got of the leather is 200ml I think, and I've probably used half of it for both of them, a little bit less, maybe about 75ml probably for both pieces, just to give you a bit of an idea. Yeah, I'm really happy. I'm still in these PJs. Look, I'm just going, oh, how the hell have I got it on my head? Who knows? Harp is tired. It's been a long day, hasn't it, Harps? It's been a big day, Right, I'm going to go and I'm going to relax now tonight. I promise I'm going to relax. If you could like and subscribe, please, guys, I would really, really appreciate it. Also, head over to the Facebook group, Mono Lane Furniture Friends. It's an amazing community there. Everyone's helping each other. There's so many great tips. I'm saving money by having that group. I'm picking up some great tips, and obviously I'll pass them on to you guys after I've tried them out. But yeah, thanks for being here. Love you all. Bye.